Happy to be joined by cross-country coach Joe Compagni as the Hawks will compete tomorrow in the Monmouth Invitational. And coach, this is the 19th annual Monmouth Invitational up in Holmdel Park. Can you just touch briefly on the event and what it means to the program?
It's a great event for us. We love Holmdel Park. Holmdel is one of the most famous courses, definitely the most famous course in New Jersey, probably one of the most famous courses in the country, and we're the only college team that competes there. So we're glad to host the meet there every year. We've had a few championship meets there in the past, and this year it's pretty big. We have 15 teams coming this year, so it's going to be a great day out there.
This is your second home meet of the year and your final home meet of the year. So tomorrow, I guess, would kind of be like a senior day for your seniors on the cross-country squads, their final home meet. Can you kind of touch on your senior class this year and them running in their final home meet tomorrow?
It is a special day for them. This is going to be their last chance at home. They'll still have track season, but as far as cross-country, this will be their last chance to compete at home. Holmdel is kind of a special place for us and a place where they train a lot. So it'll be a big day for them, and we do have 9 seniors that are going to be competing, and they have been a great group for us. They've really taken the program in a great direction, and they're very good leaders for us this year as well.
Pat Ryan on the men's side was a top 5 finisher for you at the previous meet at the Fordham Invitational. Just touch on what he did well a couple weeks back up at Van Cortlandt Park.
Pat's just gotten stronger every year. Last year ran at our championship meets for us. This year has moved up and is clearly stronger. At Fordham, he was our 5th man, and as you know, in cross country, your 5th guy is your most important guy because that's going to determine what your score is. Your 5th guy has got to be right up there for us.
Marissa Felicetti on the women's side has also taken kind of a leadership role for the squad. We talked to Amanda Eller last week. She's one of your seniors as well. But talk about Marissa and kind of the veteran role she's taken with a lot of the freshmen now running well also.
Marissa is one of our seniors. There's 6 who are competing this year and 1 who will be back next year. And we're counting on them to show the younger folks the right way to do things. Marissa is somebody who does that well, has done very well for us in track and in cross country because she works hard, because she really cares, and because she's willing to help the folks around her.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Now joined by senior Pat Ryan as he on Saturday will experience his last home meet for cross country here at Monmouth. And what does that kind of mean to you, your last home meet at Holmdel Park on Saturday, the last one that you will run as a member of the cross country squad here at MU?
You know, it's something to really push for. You get here as a freshman, and it goes a lot faster than you think it's gonna. And this is actually, we redid the course 2 years ago, so this is the 2nd year we're running, and it's a lot faster. So it's exciting. It's the last time everyone around here can come and, like, friends and come see you really close. So it's kind of an exciting thing.
The course at Holmdel Park, you said it was redone a couple years ago, and now it's a little bit faster. But having run on it before, what can you kind of take out of the previous times that you've run there that you can, take into your head on Saturday and maybe help your time in your race?
The number one thing is not going out too hard in that first mile. There's a real big hill, and the 2nd mile is always slow. So regardless, it's going to be slow. So it's kind of getting through that and being able to push and just really grind it down and pick people off in those last 3 miles.
As I touched on before, you're a senior on this team. There's been a good amount of freshmen that have stepped in this year and done a pretty solid job throughout the first 2 meets. Have you been able to offer them any kind of advice as freshmen coming in a little bit younger than you, running in their first couple meets?
It's always different coming in to a Division I college program. Everyone thinks they know what they're getting into, and you just gotta remind them that you're here to compete and you're here to run fast, but you're also here to get an education, and school's important, and it's just time management's the biggest thing. Number one thing I struggled with a little bit freshman year, managed to get through it, much better now, but everyone stresses it, time management's it.
Well, Pat, thank you, and good luck at the Monmouth Invitational.
Thank you.
Finally joined here today by senior Marissa Felicetti as the Hawks will compete in the 19th annual Monmouth Invitational this Saturday at Holmdel Park. And Marissa, this is a course that you've run many times here in your career at Monmouth. Can you kind of just take us through the course layout and what strengths that you can bring into that course?
I mean, I'm from Old Bridge, so Holmdel's like right around the corner for me. It's 15 minutes. I make sure to get there at least once a week during my summer training because it's important because we have Van Court as our conference meet, and that has a lot of hills, and Holmdel's known for the bowl, and it's important that the freshmen and like all the other teams know coming into it that it's pretty a hilly course and it's pretty tough. So I think it's important that we're training on hills and we're not sleeping on like this weekend. Like we need to be on top of what we need to be at.
You touch on some of the freshmen on this squad. A lot of the freshmen have had some pretty strong finishes in the first couple of meets. You, as a senior, have you been able to kind of offer them any advice in their first year here at Monmouth running cross country? Have you been able to give them any kind of advice as maybe coming into their Division I first year in the program?
I mean, it's a big adjustment being a freshman. I remember when I was a freshman, I was scared coming into like all this training and all like these workouts and stuff. So I think they're doing a great job at like staying focused, and as you could see, like they had no problem with the Van Cortlandt hills. Like they were doing well at that. So we just had a workout this past weekend at Holmdel, and the freshmen did a great job at working together and getting up the hills. So I think it'll be an interesting weekend. I think they could help us out for the meet.
Finally, this is kind of a senior day of sorts for you. This will be the final home meet you run. After running here for 4 years, what does it mean to make it to your final home meet as a Hawk?
I mean, it's kind of a bittersweet thing because with running, it's always like, oh, you put so much into it, and then like sometimes you're not happy with the results. But I think it's going to be a sad ending because I love cross country. Cross country is one of my favorite seasons, and it's just going to be sad like parting from like the different courses. I mean, they'll always be there, but it's not the same when you're training on them as when you're out there competing against the other runners. So I think it'll be kind of sad.
Well, thank you, Marissa, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
That's senior Marissa Felicetti as the Hawks will compete in the 19th annual Monmouth Invitational this Saturday at Holmdel Park.